Welcome to Morning Coffee with the Empress. 6 a.m. Monday morning. I'm here every Monday morning at 6 a.m. And you know what? I know nobody's up with me. That's okay. I try to keep it short so the playback is strong. You know, I got to, those of you get up at 8 o'clock, you can get up and you'll wake up. You can drink your coffee watching me, listening to me. So I'm still in Cleveland, like I said. I'm still in Cleveland. And, man, you know what? I really want to just be transparent. I'm here visiting my family. And I love my family. I do. I love my family. I don't know them very well. I don't. And and I sit and I was listening to a lot of memories, And it's so funny because they'll be around me and they'll be talking about things that happened like I was actually there. I wasn't there. I wasn't there, baby. I didn't grow up here. I literally came to Cleveland one time as a child, one summer. And my daddy never let me and my brother come back again because my brother almost busted his cheating ass out. So he never let us come back again. And I never came back to Cleveland. I think I was 13 when that happened. And I never came back until I was 18 and pregnant with my son. So I didn't grow up here. I didn't grow up here, and a lot of the things that I've been hearing since I've been here is that, and I don't just hear it in this family, I hear it a lot that this generation is not picking up the mantle of keeping the family together. See, I'm the matriarch. I'm a maternal matriarch. So, in my world, that's unheard of because we gonna stay together because it ain't but a few of us. It ain't but a few of us. Look, this is the Roddy family. I'm talking about my Thomases. My Thomases, like, there ain't but a few of us. So we gonna get together. We gonna get together. I'm the matriarch. We gonna get together. There's two matriarchs coming up after me. My niece Nene and my daughter Micah. And they already have started picking it up where they're getting the family together. They do all kinds of events. I love my girls. They like me. They all purple. And they love doing events. They do events. They do all kinds of things, for the family. And I enjoy that. I'm not here a lot. If I was here, we'd do some things. So I am thinking about coming back and doing, there's a lot of females here. I got a lot of female cousins. Maybe I can come back and we can have, I don't know, a girls' night. Look, it's very hard for me to have girls' nights because I like to be in bed by 9 o'clock. So we could have like a girls' day if anybody is listening. Because, look, they literally saw me. I hung out with my younger generation on Saturday. And it was absolutely beautiful as they went around the table and talked about their dreams and what they wanted to accomplish in the next 10 years. See, that's the kind of shit I want to hear. I want to hear that. I want to hear what's your plan? Like, I don't want to hear the whining about, I don't want to hear a lot of stuff. I want to hear, what's your plan? What's your plan to move forward from where you are right now? Now, mind you, for me, coming back to Cleveland triggers me sometimes. It does. It triggers me in certain areas. And I feel uncomfortable around certain people. And I can explain it. I understand what it is. It comes from my dad. It comes from my dad and things that my dad did that compromised me around certain people, that I have to look at these people and pretend like my daddy ain't dogging you out. And I know it, and I know it. And that puts that, and I can tell you, watching my daddy, young men and old men alike that are after me, y'all can blame my daddy that y'all can't get over on me. Because he taught me the game. Yeah. I run this show, so there's, I'm not getting my nose wide open by none. If anybody knows it's going to be wide open, it's going to be yours. It's not going to be mine. But you can blame my daddy. You can blame my daddy, all y'all men. Every man I was ever with that felt like I did him wrong. Blame my daddy. Blame my daddy. Because my daddy taught me not to let y'all run over me. My daddy, he taught me by watching him run over bitches. He taught me by watching him do, So it makes it uncomfortable sometimes coming back, and it triggers, because when I come back to Cleveland, I literally got to face that little girl in me, that little girl, and a part of me just says, I come here and I feel like I was failed. I come here and I feel like I was left out. I was ignored. I was abused. I was mistreated. That's how I feel when I come to Cleveland. And I'm 60. And this is why I'm adamant about the messages that you send your children when they're young, because they could end up like me, 60 years old, and still battling the messages that you sent them when they were children. My father sent me a message that said I was no good, that I wasn't worthy to be his daughter, that I wasn't beautiful, that he sent me all of those messages. My daddy did. So no man, there is nothing to all the men that tell me I'm beautiful. You can't tell me I'm beautiful because my daddy didn't do it. I had to find that beauty on my own. And because I had to find it on my own, I don't give a shit if anybody tells me I'm beautiful. Baby, I know I'm fine. I'm fine inside and out. And there ain't nothing nobody can say to me to make it better or tear it down. I say. If you didn't know, now you know. So yeah, when I'm in Cleveland, I'm a little bit triggered. I probably originally would not have stayed in Cleveland if I wasn't already triggered from burying my son last weekend. My godson last weekend. So, and I just needed a rest. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been rested. Like, I got up yesterday morning at 6 o'clock. I was at Waffle House having breakfast, because they got the best Waffle House in Willoughby that I've ever been to. And mind you, Michigan does not have Waffle Houses. So I go to Waffle House every time I'm not in Michigan. And so I'm in a lot of hotels. I travel a lot. I have eaten at a lot of Waffle Houses everywhere I go. I don't know if they don't have them anywhere else. They just don't have them in Michigan. And so I found the best one on in Willoughby here. And I tell you what, I'm going there as soon as I finish this. I'm going there and get me some grits. Get me some grits and breakfast and send them some Purple Vibes. They love my Purple Vibes. They said, look, I walked in yesterday. They said, she's back. She's back. I'm going to throw off my Purple Vibes and enjoy the people that's in there. I do. And eat some good food. And then I came back to the hotel and went right back to bed. So I was back in bed by 8 o'clock. Then I woke up about 1 o'clock. Literally, I woke up about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was hungry again. So I found me a little tavern that had some chicken wings. And, you know, the guy in there, he's kind of cute, a little flirty. I like it. He liked the purple. I get it. The purple just kind of turns some men on. They do. They see that purple, they don't know what to say. So he made me the best dirty martini that I've ever had. And I enjoyed that. And so I ate my chicken wings, drank my martini, and I came back to the hotel, and I went back to sleep. I went back to sleep, and I think I woke up about 5:30. I woke up about 5:30, and I called my cousin Nina, because I left my content phone at one of my cousin's houses and my tripod. I left at my cousin's house, and so she had picked it up. So she came last night, and I was tired. I didn't want to go out to eat, so I ordered something from Angie's Soul Cafe. And Angie, let me just tell you this. You got great dressing, but your oxtails are trash. I don't know if they sat all day. I don't know what it is, but they stink. And they stunk my whole room up. I didn't eat them. I just spent $50, and they had some kind of funny taste to it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's too much stuff going around that it's irritating people's stomach. And if something smells funny to me, I'm not bothering it. I'm not touching it. I'm telling you. So I'm sorry, I can't give you a good review because your oxtails were trash. They tasted like they were cooked 3 days ago. So I didn't eat that. So now I'm up in the morning because I didn't eat dinner last night because it was trash. I'm starving. So guess where I'm going? I'm going to where I know the food is good. I'm going back to the Waffle House. I'm going back to the Waffle House. I'm going to stick with the Waffle House the rest of the day, the rest of my time here. But I'm going to leave out this morning. I'm headed to another destination that's closer to home, but not home. And I'm not ready to go home yet. So I'm going somewhere else. My people at home, I love them so much. They understand me. I'm thankful for my son Tim, who's with his sister, so I can get a break. I'm thankful for all the ladies like Miko and Latoya, Takara, Johnny, Deanna, Aisha, all of those people that help make my life and the princess's life run, especially Papa Bear. Y'all don't need to know his name, but I call him Papa Bear. Thank you, because I'm here because of you, so thank you. I appreciate all of them because they make my life run, you know, where I can manage it. Like, when you're a caregiver, you know, I don't just take care of Micah. Like, Micah has a whole freaking team. Micah comes with all kinds of people. And so, like, she's a case manager, 1,000 doctors, a lawyer, home health care agencies, nurses and things, doctors that come to the house, people that work on her wheelchair, her bed, and all of these people I have to manage in my house, or around my house, or around Micah's life. And so that can get kind of trying, but you know, when it's time to go to war, they know who to call. Don't play with my daughter. Don't play with my daughter, because I will go to war. I will go to war. They know I will. Her school knew her, you know. I remember battling. They thought I was a lawyer in Micah's school once because I came in there so tight. I don't cuss people out. That's low vibrational stuff. Black women, stop cussing people out. That's low vibration. get you some knowledge of some things. See, you cuss people out because you don't know what the fuck you talking about and what's going on. See, if you learn how to study and do some research and get some knowledge where you know what the heck is going on, then you don't get that frustration where, and you just cuss somebody out. See, I be knowing what I'm talking about. So I go in there. I remember sitting down at my daughter's school because somebody in her school, one of the workers in her school, I don't know if it was a teacher's aide or what it was trying to get in her face, and they put her hands down. She put her hands down on Micah's tray and got up in her face and said something to her. Oh. Obviously, you don't know ADA law. You don't know the law. You don't know the law. But you know who do know the law? Do you know who do knows the law that concerns my daughter? I do. You put your hand on her tray and get in her face, that's assault. Her tray is an extension of her body. That's assault. So when I got my laws all straight, I done went to the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. I done wrote down all the sections I needed to have written down for them to know. When I finished talking, the principal had sunk down up under the table and said, "We done messed up." She did. She did. She put her head down and said, "We done messed up. I hope she don't sue us." Don't play with me. Oh, I don't play. Don't play. I don't. They got it together, and my daughter ended up graduating with honors. Graduating with honors. Why? Because I am determined that wheelchair is not going to stop her from doing anything, and I'm not going to let y'all make it stop her. You not going to stop her because she in a wheelchair. If I got anything to do or say about it, she's going to do First of all, my daughter does more to enrich her life and the people around her than most of the, I don't know anybody her age that does what she does. You know, I don't know anybody her age that even is concerned with things that are going on in the world like she is. You know, not really like politics or anything. She's not concerned. She's concerned about things like family. She's concerned about things like taking care of young people that are disenfranchised and don't have stable housing and things like that. She's concerned about that kind of stuff. And so I love that about her. I love that about her. And I have no doubt she will be successful in whatever she does, wheelchair and all. Wheelchair and all. Wheelchair and all. Matter of fact, there are no young people around me associated with me that will not be successful if I have anything to do with it. Period. 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 It's me. It's morning coffee with the Empress. But you know what? I'm not even drinking coffee yet because I haven't got to the Waffle House. I'm going to the Waffle House this morning for coffee. So I'm at this hotel. It's called the Hilton Garden Inn. And to be honest with you, I love Hilton Garden Inn normally, but this place is unloved. And what do I mean? Like, I stay in a lot of hotels. And when you walk into, when you come into a hotel, you can tell if the person or the company or the people that own that hotel love what they do, or they just bought a business to make money. Because when you're really in hospitality, and that was my first job was working in a hotel. So in Atlanta, at I worked at the Buckhead, little fancy restaurant in Buckhead, Georgia. I can't call the name right. Ritz-Carlton in Buckhead. And yeah, I met some very prominent people. I met Coretta Scott King. I got asked out on a date by Quincy Jones. I met a lot of people at that hotel. It was the little black ritzy hotel. And so this was my first job was in the hospitality field. So when I walk into a hotel, and I spend a lot of time in hotels, but Hilton hotels are like my favorites. But this one is unloved. It's unloved. And you can tell when a place is just unloved. They don't clean the carpets. They don't do small things. There's just little things they don't do here. I'm gonna release my camera so I can show you some things that I look at. You see, I'm not gonna do it on this camera, just this one. Maybe I'll turn this around so you can see what I'm talking about. You see that? There's a beautiful water fountain right there. It hasn't been turned on once since I've been here, and it's been hot and beautiful here. I don't think it works. There is no landscaping whatsoever. Not a flower, not anything. There are big, huge flower pots. Nothing in them. There are 2 bushes. I don't know if you can see right through there. There's a bush. You see that? Nobody waters it. Nobody cares. It's just there dead. Which says something when you walk into a hotel and everything in front of it is dead. The best thing they got alive out here is that tree. Nobody loves this place. Whoever owns this hotel, they don't love it. They just bought it to make money. Now my cousin, she's in the hospitality industry. I'm sorry about that. And she tells me that there's a difference between hotels that are owned by corporations, because they have very strict standards when they're owned by corporations, and hotels that maybe the Indian people that have come over, they've just bought out. You know, I don't know. I didn't see any Indian people in here, so if they are, they're not seen. But whoever owns this hotel, and this is the Hilton Garden Inn in Mayfield Heights, Cleveland. Y'all don't love this place, and you should, because it's a beautiful hotel. You can walk in there and tell that this was once a very, very nice place. The pool looks like somebody died in it, yet it's still open. I don't understand that. The hot tub is drained and it's all black and grimy on the inside. Like, nobody loves this place. See, now this is a thing that if I looked here, I would get me and a few of my people together and we buy this place. You know, that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about. We buy this place. Nobody loves this place. So, unfortunately, I will not be staying here again. I will not be staying at this hotel again when I come. I'm just gonna stay with my cousin. I'm not gonna stay here again. It's nobody loves it, and I can't be somewhere where nobody loves it. Loves the place, you know. So I'm going back to a hotel I know I know the owner. He's got 3 hotels. He loves his hotels. He surveils them. You know, he goes from one to the other. You always see him in his hotels, making sure the staff is friendly, the food is fresh, the rooms are clean. Like, he is really into doing what he's doing, and I like that. I like that. He loves his business. And so I'm about to go back to that. So it's morning coffee with the Empress. I'm usually only here for a half hour. I'll be on off and on today, but This is Morning Coffee. And I want to just set your Monday morning off with a blessing. I really want to speak a blessing over families. And I speak the blessing of clarity over all your relationships. May you see and understand what it's going to take and what you need to build your family. We're building everything else, but we're not building our families. Let's build our families. May you see clearly to see what needs to be done. Who is hurt? Who needs to be built up? Who needs to go through healing? You know, be more conscious of your family. Be clear. So I speak that blessing over you, and may your family thrive and grow and be in love with each other. I say, you all have a wonderful day. You know what? I'll check back with you when I'm ready to leave out. I say,